but no controversial matter may be brought forward, nor may debates arise from the explanation. The time of the proposed statement shall be submitted in detail to the President of the Senate when the leave to make it is short.
Listening colleagues, Senator Jimoh met me and said that today may likely be his last day of sitting, that he would just want to thank the Senate and as he's now about to depart to represent Nigeria as an ambassador. Is it the view of the Senate that he be allowed to use 1 minute to thank the Senate? Those in support say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Senator Jimoh, you may go ahead and appreciate your colleagues.
Thank you very much, Mr. Senate President of the 10th Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and my very, very distinguished colleagues of the Senate. I must sincerely appreciate the effort of these chambers and, more importantly, the leadership of the Senate, the 10th Senate, under your very able leadership. I must say clearly that from day one, I did make an observation about this Senate in time of the taxonomies and the praxis of this Senate in the last 2.5 years, which center majorly on liberal principles. I must say, Mr. Senate President, that the Nigeria Senate is a liberal Senate, and Nigeria as a country practices liberalism. And I must say that this is in tandem with geocentric political system. This Senate had been one in history that have distilled serious concern for national interests and national development. Let's look at it like the Senate leader observed a few minutes ago about the seven blind man trying to describe an elephant. This Senate has been very central to national development by its liberal democracy. The President of the Senate, by the taxonomy of himself and the praxis that we observe, is a liberal person. We have seen a lot of cross movement within the chambers from our colleagues from the other side, appreciating development, appreciating national interest. People cross carpets not because of political gain, but when national development become very, very important, very, very central to what we need. And I must say that this habit and this praxis should continue in the interest of democracy and our father's land. As a matter of fact, I see diversity in religion here, diversity in personal opinion, but it doesn't disturb national development. It also contributes, to our national being. The Senate praxis is also in tandem with the executive praxis, because we also see our President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu, as a liberalist. And it all goes well, honestly speaking, when you see a liberal president in a liberal country, liberal democracy, and you see a Senate that also believes in liberalism. It is not that this Senate is dull, no. It is not that this Senate is a compromising Senate, no. It is that a lot of our distinguished colleagues that are here, liberal people, former governors, former ambassadors, former legislators, and you can mention people from diverse walks in life that have distinguished themselves in their chosen career, are here. And majority of them, 95% of them, are liberals. They are not realists. They are not conservatives. They are not feminists. They are just liberal people. And to liberalism is cooperation and collaboration. Before I end my short speech, let me reemphasize the need to continue to support the leadership of this Senate in the principle of liberalism and which center on collaboration. Collaboration is what I'm leaving you with. Cooperation is what I see in you, Mr. Senate President. I see a lot of cooperation in you. I see a lot of collaboration in you. I do not see weakness in all of this. And I want to re-emphasize, this must continue if we have to put the interests of our nation as top priority in our dashboard. Let me say clearly that I must thank everybody. This is not a valedictory speech yet, but at least an observation at this moment from distinguished former Senate President, to the president, Senate president, from the former chairman of our own party, AMPC, sitting at the back of the chamber and then taking all the baggage and all that, and ready to cooperate and collaborate and allow himself even to, talk to us from time to time. To the distinguished Deputy Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, a pure liberal himself. In fact, a man who is at the die-heart of every other senator in this place. It's left for me to wish everyone the very best of luck. To the Senate leader, to the minority Senate leader himself, who is minor liberal and then more of a realist, but the current Senate doesn't allow you to distill more of realism in this, or aggressiveness of excessive power in the state of statism. As a matter of fact, Nigeria is a great country. It will continue to remain a great country in geocentric politics. The president of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is not ready to compromise the sovereignty of this nation. Our country is a sovereign nation. We may not have absolute sovereignty, as no country in the world have absolute sovereignty. And I must say, by way of conclusion, Mr. President, that I must really thank your leadership. When we came in, not everybody supported you. It amazes me how you move the opposition from that side and almost decline an empty seat there to this place. How did you do it? But it reminds me of the principle of liberalism. They are always in cooperation and collaboration. Thank you for your collaboration to the executive, to our nation. You are not, there's no dull moment in your own matter. It is a matter that you are excessively possessed in cooperation and collaboration. This is your own taxonomy. These are your practice that I can see here. Even as a governor in Akwa Ibom, you demonstrated this. But the 10th Senate give you an unending opportunity to practice the practice of cooperation and collaboration. It is from this process that you are able to bring development. You are able to bring hope in the hopeless situation. Justice in an unjustified society. You are able to collaborate with Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and this collaboration has moved our country forward. Move us forward in terms of our GDP, move us forward in terms of our revenue, move us forward in terms of creating hopeless in a hopeless situation, move us forward from the dangerous economic lane that Nigeria was some few years back to a prosperous economy, to a situation where you can confront brutally even the genocide and the insurgency. Yes, a nation must have at least one problem. We are not absolutely sovereign. America cannot be absolutely sovereign because America cannot control all the emails that enter America today. No nation has control over erosion. You cannot control emotional erosion. Move it to your country because you cannot give visa to erosion. And that is why cooperation and collaboration is important. I must thank you specially for that kind of leadership you show to the leader of the Senate, to the deputy Senate leader of this deputy president of this chamber, and the leadership of the chamber, and our distinguished colleagues. Look at the way we flog your chair. You are not somebody with aggressive possession or power for the state of statism. We go to you, you didn't send us away for one day. You are indeed a great Nigeria. Please keep the leadership, keep this hallowed chamber in the faith of leadership, collaboration, and cooperation. I do know in a little time, our future judge, Senator Tamboa, will be moved to this side, and many of them over there, because nobody can resist the temptation of your collaboration and your cooperation. You have married all of us. We did this distillment of this cooperation. I must thank you. Today, I will be more of liberal, because I see liberalism triumphing so well with the marriage between you and Mr. President of Nigeria. At your speech, when the President presented his budget, you made last conclusion, and it was very amazing. Somebody started me and said, why did the Senate President say, Mr. President is your Senate, and we are so for you? And I told him that is how liberals behave. Liberals cannot keep it. Liberals cannot hide it. That very collaboration that will lead to national development. Thank you, Mr. Senate President. And I want to say that this attitude, this praxis, this taxonomy should continue to move.
Your mic as you're ending. Let me, out of all that, thank the outgoing distinguished colleague, distinguished Senator Jimoh Ibrahim, for your very liberal words and your collaborative words. And thank you for collaborating with your colleagues, showing love, relating with all. to take us to this level. The Senate is the Senate of brotherhood. The Senate, we carry each other along. What affects one affects all. So we are happy. That is why you saw us sympathizing with the minority leader, Abba Moro. We are not supposed to, but we had to do that because we feel for him when we look at the empty seats. And then we realize that it's like a father losing children. And it's democracy in action. And it's constitutional. Freedom of association, freedom to relate. There is nothing can hamper it. So this is democracy in action. So thank you and congratulations as you go ahead to remain an ambassador of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you. Leader of the Senate.